Good afternoon. We are continuing our today's work. Our second guest for today is the spokesperson to the head of the Odessa military administration, Serhii Bratchuk, who will tell us about the safety and security situation in Ukraine. The floor is yours. Glory to Ukraine. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Of course, all of us are now living under the martial law, and we have a very important issue with the energy front line, because yesterday the Russian terrorists attacked massively the whole territory of our state. And the Odessa oblast was no exception. That's why today I would like to focus on the issues that we have been facing after the yesterday's attack. To stabilize energy systems, Ukrenergo, in particular in the Odessa oblast, applied scheduled emergency outages, preventing blackout of the whole region, namely the Odessa oblast. And I would like to thank energy engineers who immediately began to restore power supply and damaged networks and power plants. The relevant services are working around the clock to restore the electricity Russia is trying to take away from us. Of course, we understand that the next few days will be difficult. We expect decreased temperature resulting in increased electricity consumption. Therefore, we, on behalf of the Odessa military administration, ask for your understanding with regard to the outages to be implemented. Since morning, schedule of the emergency outages have been introduced in our oblast. Electricity supply will be partially limited during the day in all districts of the region. And of course, the Odessa military administration, as well as the company Odessa Electric Networks, will inform the population accordingly. So follow the official sources of information. In order to ensure uninterrupted work of health institutions of the Odessa Oblast, electric generators have been installed and fuel stocks have been provided in all institutions. In every base hospital of the oblast, conditions have been created to save the lives of patients and staff, in particular in basements and bomb shelters, namely heating points for patients of hospitals in the oblast, moving of surgical wards, operating rooms, resuscitation and intensive care units, maternity wards to shelters of basements. There are stocks of medicines, medical products, drinking water and food products in accordance with the recommendations of the Ministry of Health of Ukraine. Healthcare institutions have been equipped with means of respiratory protection and chemical protection suits. There is a reserve of fuel and lubricants. Hospitals that provide their own meals to patients have been equipped with filled kitchens and a supply of food. As for education, when it comes to the ongoing situation, as for blackouts, all schools are preparing and developing or constructing, I would like to use this term, constructing models for conducting lessons at different times. What parents can expect? Of course, they will be informed about the schedules. There are possible unified groups of students from parallel different classes depending on the place of residence and the schedule of power outages. The class teacher will inform accordingly about the time and schedule of lessons and will provide links to the lessons. Of course, changes to the usual schedule are possible because they are subjects, which is emphasized by the relevant specialists, that necessarily require daily contact with the teacher. But they are things that can be read or learned independently and discussed within the class later on. We also speak here about reduced volume and nature of homework. We all understand that children will not have the opportunity to work on the internet or with books if there is no electricity. But I would like to thank once again our electricity engineers for doing everything possible to mitigate the negative consequences of the situation. What we advise you to do now, download electronic versions of textbooks, if there are no paper ones, so that you can work with them offline. It is also recommended to review your organizer to adjust your child's connection to lessons by phone or in person. And one more thing. Please remember that lessons can be viewed on the website of the Odessa Military Administration, the Academy of Continuing Education. There is everything from the program there. And of course, we recommend to keep saving energy. And after this report, I'm glad to answer your questions. But first, I would like now to congratulate you on the professional day of the people working with radio, TV, and other media. I would like to thank you for your work and to wish victory to everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much for your report. Are there any questions from the floor? Please take the mic. Just a small clarification. My name is Dmitro Bogomolov. During the last day, we have noticed the interruption of mobile connection. So what is the reason? And do you have any information about this? Thank you very much for your question. And of course, this question should be redirected, first of all, to the mobile operators. But I believe that this is the consequences of the missile attack by the Russian Federation yesterday. And it is also related to the damaged energy sector of our state. I hope that there still will be the connection, because today actually we have the professional day and holiday of the people working in this sector. I have the question of the involvement of Odessa and the Odessa oblast in general in the recovery of the Kherson oblast. And we know that at least one brigade, 126 26th Brigade of the Territorial Defense Units of Odessa were involved in liberation of Kherson. So what is the ongoing support and aid that will be provided by Odessa to Kherson and the nearby villages? Thank you. I know that all of you know perfectly well that the Kherson Oblast is my homeland. That's why I follow the situation there, and I would like to wish for all the occupied territories to be liberated as soon as possible. And I would like to say that our 28th mechanized brigade of the Knights of Winter campaign, as it is named, together with the representatives of National Guard, National Police, were involved in the liberation of Kherson. As for the support that we can provide to Kherson, of course, we will be involved also in the process to provide the necessary assistance following the relevant requests of the Kherson Military Oblast Administration. And also, according to the orders of our government, and we have our own initiatives, and you will be informed soon. Do we have any other questions from the floor? Over the last day, starting from the 15th of November, how many drones, combat kamikaze drones, were recorded and were seen in the Odessa Oblast? There is some information in Telegram channel, but perhaps you have something to add. Yesterday, I had my traditional statement. The head of our Odessa Oblast Military Administration informed everyone at night about the amount. 8 Shaheds were destroyed, and 1 cruise missile, caliber missile, was destroyed over the Odessa Oblast. And this information was provided by the relevant defense units. Thank you. Thank you for your report today. the Spanish radio. The question is the following. Are there well-prepared measures if the power cuts continue for a long period of time? Do you have enough fuel to support the operation of electric generators? I can tell you the following. And I'm not sure that many countries of the world could really manage such additional load on its networks. And you see that today we're able to have this briefing, and we continue working. And this means that we are well prepared for any case and any scenario. And you have being here is the evidence of this. Thank you. If there are no questions, I would like to thank you for your time, and I would like to congratulate you all on the professional day. This is the last briefing for today, and actually, yes, we have the power supply here, contrary to many other parts of Odessa. Still, while we have an opportunity, we're ready to welcome here the journalists. Thank you. See you soon.